They finally let me out of the house on the latest edition of the Drinkable Week. Hi, I'm Jeff Cioletti, author of The Year of Drinking Adventurously, and that's exactly what I'm doing on this latest edition of the Drinkable Week. As you can see, I am not in the studio. I am in Japan exploring one of the greatest beverages known to humanity, Shochu. Most of my trip started in Tokyo, but has been centered around the southern island of Kyushu, which is the epicenter of Shochu production in the country. Behind me, you will see one of the most active volcanoes in the world, and that is Sakurajima. It's just overlooking Kagoshima City. I write a bit about Shochu in the book, but there's still so much mystery associated with it, and every time I drink it, I unlock yet another piece of its puzzle. The most common bases for Shochu are sweet potatoes, rice, barley, sugarcane, and buckwheat, but there are nearly 50 other ingredients that can be turned into the spirit. So far this week, I've had Shochu made from less common bases like carrots, shiso, shiitake mushrooms, and even milk. That last one isn't nearly as disgusting as it sounds. It's just got a hint of sour milk to it, but I found the dominant note to be something more along the lines of licorice. Of course, that's all just subjective. My drinking companions had so many different impressions. I've been able to witness the entire production process from the harvesting of the base ingredients to the bottling of the finished products. Some of the distilleries even put me to work, slicing sweet potatoes and stirring the mash. Now, where you drink this stuff is as much of an adventure as the spirit itself, and the Japanese get pretty creative with their drinking establishments. My own personal favorites are the pocket-sized 5-seat bars in places like Nombe Yokocho in Tokyo. Now that translates appropriately enough to Drunkard's Alley. And by 5 seats, I mean 5 seats. Basically, you, 4 friends, a bartender, and whatever alcohol you can stash into the small space is pretty much what you get in one of these things. What do you call this? This is Habushu. Habushu? Habushu. There's a dead poisonous snake in it, and it's actually aomori. And yeah, so apparently I'm drinking snake venom. Supposedly this is natural Viagra, so might be spending a night in a love hotel. In an only slightly larger spot in Kagoshima, there was no better way to drink a glass of shochu than mixed with hot water with a whole dried flying fish steeping in it. Hey, don't knock it till you've tried it. Now, even though the week's been all about Japan for me, I haven't forgotten about the other stuff going on in the world, so let's talk about beer. And no, I really don't want to talk about a certain mega merger between 2 brewing behemoths. I think we're all sick of hearing about that by now. But I do want to give props to our friends at Shmaltz Brewing Co. Jeremy Cowan and the gang really know how to work a pun. The team behind the Hebrew beer line just announced the release of this year's holiday variety pack, and it gets my vote for the best product name this year. Let the revelry begin with Stick in a Box. And on that note, I'd like to wrap things up. Get it? Wrap, gift, box, no, whatever. Since we're on the subject of holiday gifts, my book, The Year of Drinking Adventurously, is perfect for the giving season. Turner Publishing has made it available in both paperback and hardcover, as well as an ebook version, but I wouldn't recommend trying to wrap that last one. Comes out November 24th, so it'll arrive in time for whatever holiday you're celebrating at the end of the year. So head on over to Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Target, and wherever books are sold, and pre-order it today. And I say to you, kanpai. As always, you can follow me on Twitter at Jeff Cioletti and Drinkable Globe, and email me at jeff@drinkableglobe.com. And wherever your adventure takes you, remember to grab the world by the glass.